In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Welcome to the Critical Blast Caverns, also known as Nirvana of Nerddom, also known as Geek Gulch, also known as the Dungeon of Dork, which is why we're just having a little bit of fun here with an old Halloween costume I put together, which turns me into R.J. Carter of Sector 2419, Green Lantern. Why am I dressed as Green Lantern? Well, the first and obvious answer is, why not? I've got a costume, let's wear the thing. I've got the old style ring here too, which came out about 20 years ago. Not the ones that came out when the emotional spectrum was introduced. This actually has the center is a glow-in-the-dark phosphorescent dot. So if I would turn out all the lights, you wouldn't be able to see me or the dot because it wouldn't be enough light to affect the camera. But the second reason, the one I'm going with, which gives me like a reason, okay, let's face it, it's an excuse, is that today was when I picked up Green Lantern 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular. And if they could make that title any longer, I'm sure they would have. I have not read this yet, but I did have to pick up the Alan Scott cover with all the other Green Lanterns in the background, but definitely having Alan Scott first and foreground, I think is perfect. I have not even checked. A space flight takes it out of your eyes. So does age. I have not checked the credits in here yet to see who's done pinups. Nope, not his name. Nope, not his name. Not his name. Not his name. Not his name. Not his. Yeah. So, a humble frog merchant will not be drawing one of the characters that he was half of the revitalization process for. Just so you know, he's not there. That's going to go on the read pile. I expect good things out of it nonetheless. For those who care to know, since I did make the trip to the comic shop, the other things I picked up were Batman 93, also still yet to be read. White Widow #4, really looking forward to what happens here. I'm liking this series a lot. And then, of course, you hit the dollar bin for a good Karate Kid issue. And the back issue bin for this beautiful 100-page. Okay. This, if you ever have to teach a lesson to people on inflation, use comic books. 100 pages, 60 cents. 100 pages, $9.99. Let's do the math on that one. Not right now. I don't have a calculator and I'm not about to try it. But 60 cents, multiple stories, $10. Now, granted, this has got a really nice stiff cover, but I do believe that the Walmart comics have pretty decent covers, and they're 100 pages, and they're only like $5. So I guess I'm paying double the price for the really fancy stiff cover. I wanted to bring this Karate Kid back up here because I think there's untapped potential in the Karate Kid series for DC, and I brought this up when they did the 52 series as well. Because when they were doing 52, they also had Karate Kid doing what he did in this 1970s series, which was traveling through time, going from the Legion of Superheroes era to the modern day era, which at that time was the 70s, early 80s. But what I don't think anybody ever really tapped into was that he was sent back on a mysterious mission to fix the past by a disembodied voice that he spoke to through a radio, and that person was called The Monitor. So DC has a chance, has a chance, I don't know, they can always redo stuff, to retroactively make the first appearance of the Monitor be in an obscure Karate Kid comic book, which might drive the back issue market a little bit crazy because these things generally go for a quarter. I picked this one up for $1. The back issue bin at Cosmic Comics Belleville, which you can visit, cosmiccomicsbelleville.com. Just rows and rows of dollar comics, and it just makes it real easy to add them up as you're going along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $5. I never get out with less than 10. So just saying, I love the back issue box bins. I'm gonna do a little bit of unboxing now that we've talked about the back issue box, until somebody shows up and decides they want to talk about their topic of the day or push their comic book project that they're doing, or whatever crowdfunding project you're doing that's in the entertainment industry. That's kind of what we do. We cover entertainment because it's entertaining. It's fun. But I got a couple of oddities here we're going to unbox here. One is apple pie Kit Kat. I'm a little iffy on the apple pie Kit Kat, but we're gonna open it up. We're gonna give it a shot, and we're gonna just see how it works, how it's palatable. And if that if we need a palate cleanser, then we will unbox the decadent strawberry cookie. That'll be fun. And then what you're probably more interested in than the junk food that RJ is going to be eating after a solid day of space travel and fighting intergalactic tyrants, is this Shazam Lego movie, Magic and Monsters, which we got the Blu-ray, the DVD, the digital, and the whole raison d'etre for picking it up, the Captain Marvel minifig. So let's save that for last. Let's dig into the apple pie goodness. Now, do we think that maybe they've mashed up apples and spread them thinly between these layers of cookie and these Kit Kats? Or do we think maybe it's going to be artificial flavoring and whatnot? Okay, so right off the bat, it's white chocolate, which is no color chocolate known to man. It's just fondant, and we're going to call it white chocolate. So let's break me off a piece of that apple pie Kit Kat bar. Right away, it smells just as appetizing as a cinnamon apple pie Yankee Candle. Right down to the paraffin wax that they use to kind of help the chocolate stay unmelty. And by the way, it's not unmelty. It's starting to melt in my 97.6 degree fingertips right here. So let's see what we get. If you close your eyes and you don't read that you're eating apple pie, you get an interesting taste that's almost but not quite entirely unlike apple pie. It doesn't build up. What you really got is the slippery white chocolate taste. Does not taste like apple pie at all to me. It's got, again, it tastes like apple pie Yankee Candle. Gotta get it off your fingers. So why are you still eating, RJ? Because the FDA approves it and says it's edible, so it must be food. And if it's food, I must eat it. Okay, we will go for the palate cleanser on that one. In fact, I will go for the ultimate palate cleanser, water. All right, so let's see what we got here. These should be bit better. They are, of course, homemade. Homemade, come on. They're made in a bakery somewhere. So these are nice red sugar cookies because they're strawberry. And strawberry, they're going to taste like red. I can tell you this right off the bat. They're going to taste red, like red Kool-Aid. Now, astonishingly enough, this one does smell like strawberry, and I don't mean strawberry flavoring. This one actually smells like I had a strawberry. So they might have mashed them up here. And it looks like they put some white chocolate in here, maybe some macadamia nut. I'm not sure what that is, but let's see. Let's see how it passes the taste test. This is a white chocolate chunk. I probably shouldn't have put the white chocolate chunk in first if I wanted to test for the strawberry taste. Not overpowering, just kind of sort of there. Not terrible, not bad. It's a very soft cookie, and like most soft cookies, very crumbly, which means I'm going to have to vacuum. Okay. Well, I am almost absolutely positively certain that neither of those have caused you to leave the stream and run off to get yourself some apple pie Kit Kats or some strawberry cookies. So let's get down to the real meat of this and unbox us some Shazam. And yes, I'm a purist, so I will read the title Shazam, but this is a Captain Marvel minifigure. Never surrender. Take the universal cutting tool, puncture the plastic. Lift that lid up and pull out our disc. There we go. That's Shazam, Magic and Monsters. We can see he's going to be fighting Black Adam, and the Justice League is going to get involved. Let's go ahead and read the back of this. Again, we're going to read the back of this. So, a bolt of fun. Meet the newest and the youngest and the nicest hero in town, Shazam. By shouting one word, 10-year-old Billy Batson transforms into an adult superhero. Superhero is 2 words and both are capitalized. This is because DC owns a trademark on that. I'm surprised they didn't put a T on it. It doesn't take long for Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and the rest of the Justice League to take notice and invite the earnest do-gooder to join the team. But to become a member, he must reveal his true identity. That was not a requirement in the early Justice League. In fact, for many, many, many years, they did not know who each other were, or at least some of them. While fighting off the evil Mr. Mind and Black Adam, Billy learns that he must trust others, and that nothing creates trust like helping those in need. Join the good fight with this giant-sized Lego DC adventure. Special features include 3 hilarious bonus cartoons for DC and Lego fans. Okay, cool. I won't bother unboxing this because I know what's in it. A disc, another disc, and a slip of paper that I will enter the numbers in and add to my ever-growing collection of movies that I can watch anywhere I want, which is usually right here, so they're not all that portable. But, the good stuff. Let's get into this. Let's get into this legger. Just a mini big, so they didn't really need the whole micro kit envelope size here. You've seen the $3 Lego mini kits that you can get, and you've seen the Perhaps most of you have seen the DC minifigures that they're selling in the mystery packs. That's the size envelope you needed for this, not some overblown this size. So, cardboard box instantly lets me know we have Cape. I've done enough of these. I know what's inside each one. All right. Disappointment from the get-go. This is a cape that is white on one side and white on the other side. Now, what's missing? I'll give you a minute to think about it. If you said the yellow brocade that goes down one side of the cape, you're absolutely right. So, Lego singular color capes are easy to make, but if you're going to do the job right. See, that's what we're asking. All right, other than that, this is a very simple figure to put together. The hip bone's connected to the butt bone. We have body. We have two faces. We have angry Shazam face. And we have happy Shazam face. We're going to give him happy Shazam face because everybody remembers the big red cheese is always smiling, even when he's getting punched by, Caliban or Savannah's monsters or Mr. Mind's Ray. Like, oh, that hurts so much. He's smiling so big his eyes wince up. That was always the best part. He's just a happy guy. Hair. Let the bees build a nest in my hair. All right. Not really sure that's Captain Marvel hair. Now, where did Archie go wrong? He put the head on and the hair on. He didn't put on the cape after we made such a big deal about it. See, that's the thing. The cape was so much of a disappointment that I didn't even want him to wear it. All right, cape is on. Head is on to pin it in place. And now we have the white caped Captain Marvel. Now, should I bring it around the side a little bit? Wouldn't that be more realistic, Captain Marvel fans? Yeah, it should drape over his arm just a little bit. And, haha. Talk amongst yourselves. RJ is just raiding the cabinet of Lego. And we're back. So now we can finally play out what would happen between Captain Marvel, yes, Captain Marvel, and Stargirl. The relationship that never got to come to fruition in JSA. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do that on my own time. You don't get invited to my play dates. Was that sufficiently creepy? I think it was. I was shooting for creepy. Let me know if I got it. All right, so that's the end of our unboxing session. I still have that slick Olestra thing going on my tongue from the apple pie white chocolate covered Kit Kat, and that was only one stick. I can't wait to eat the other three. Yeah, I will. Don't get me wrong. I will eat them, but I will regret it all the way. I promise you. All right. So, one last bit of news before we close out, because there's nobody out there pushing any comic book projects right now, so nobody needs to come in and let us know to fund their Indiegogo or their Kickstarter, which I find hard to believe, but fair enough. Um, I've been pushing our latest book project, The Devil You Know, and it was listed on Amazon last Monday. Yesterday, it was delisted from Amazon. This is not a crisis. This is not a legality thing or anything. This is orders came in for it, yay, and somebody at the printer, boo, decided that it was the wrong trim size for the 5.5 by 8 format, which we're using the same template we used for the last 5 by 8 novel that we published, which was Bulletproof by Stephen J. Mitchell. And this was a hardcover superhero young adult novel. So it looked just fine in its layout, we think. Yet somehow they thought that the layout for The Devil You Know was just a bit off on the trim. They're going to fix it. And while they're fixing it, it's on hold. And so while it's on hold status at the publisher or the printer or whatever they are, we're the publisher. They're the people who are physically making the books, physically publishing the book. While it's on hold, Amazon says, this book is not available and we don't know when it's ever coming back, if at all. That's not true. It's coming back as soon as possible, as soon as they get whatever the trim issues are fixed. Trim issues are basically they think that the words are too close to the spine so that if you open the book, you can't finish reading the sentence because it goes into the binding. We obviously don't want that. If it is doing that, we want them to fix it. So that will be fixed soon. The link will still take you to the Kindle version, which is $4.99. Obviously, I'd much rather have a paperback version myself because you can't have authors sign your Kindles at conventions. And we will be taking these books to conventions and having them signed. So we expect that to be taken care of very quickly. I know I've got a whole box of the things on order to ship out to our contributors as well as to other places and keep one for myself. And then I've got to order them again to be able to take to conventions in October when we go to Archon in Collinsville, Illinois. So Archonist, ARCHONSTL.org for more info on that. All right, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for tonight. For those just coming in, we unboxed the apple pie Kit Kat, we unboxed some strawberry cookies, and we unboxed the Shazam Magic and Monsters and put together the little Lego minifigure that came with it. So I'm going to put him back over here with Courtney so they can have their discussion about their relationship, see where it goes, and we are going to call it an evening. We'll do another open mic probably next week. Maybe give you a little bit more notice so people know that they can just waltz in the front door. We put the link right out there on Twitter where anybody could have come in, which is a little dangerous, but kind of exciting too. And we'll do it again. And if you have a project that you just want to talk about, or you just want to talk about things that are going on in the industry that day or that week, this is the place to do that. If you do have a comic project that you'd like to have a singular focus on, hit us up in our DMs at Twitter. We are at Critical Blast, and our DMs are open to the public. Let us know that you have a project. We will set aside a night for you. We'll devote an entire hour to your project, talking about what it is you're doing and the kind of funding that you're trying to get. And we will send a link to your Indiegogo or your Kickstarter or whatever it is that you have in mind. With that all being said, do right.